What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 15 of the HEXAGON challenge here with New York City FC. And today we are taking on the New York Red Bulls away from home in what is going to be a pretty epic tie, I hope. We're away from home, we're taking on our local rivals, our New York City counterparts. And I'm hoping that today we can get a pretty good win. So I'm actually recording this video the day the video is going to go up. And if you've not realised, over the last kind of few days, I've been uploading 4 or 5 videos a day, really. If you missed a vlog which I did yesterday, go check it out. It talks about my plans with this series, because I know there's a lot of people who are really eager to, get more episodes of this series, and I kind of go into detail with the plans, with the schedule for this series and such. I'll try and leave a link in the description if I remember. I've also got a new mic stand, so my audio quality might sound a little bit better than perhaps it otherwise has. Let me know if it's okay. I'm still kind of tweaking settings and such, but it should be pretty good. As I said, it's been a little while since the HEXAGON challenge. My aim is going to be to bring you 2 to 3 episodes a week. Obviously, as this goes up, it's a Sunday morning I'm recording it. I'm going to put it up after the Liverpool-Manchester United game, which I'm a little bit nervous about. But yeah, let's get into this episode. And to be honest, I'm going to go through these results because I need a bit of a refresher. It's been about a month since I last recorded a HEXAGON challenge episode. I was away over Christmas. I've been a little bit delayed getting back into this series, but today we're going to get our teeth straight back into it. So last episode, of course, we started at New York City FC and we took on the San Jose Earthquakes, where we lost 1-0, Carlinhos getting a goal early on. And you guys who watched the episode may remember I was experimenting with a 3-4-2, 3 at the back, 4 in midfield, 1 attacking kind of playmaker and then 2 strikers, a bit like the Lewis tactic we used in FM15. And to be honest, it's just not worked for us. You'll see here against Colorado Rapids, we got a fantastic 2-2 away from home draw. To be honest, massive props to Brad Guzan in goal, the new kind of signing. 8.9 rating for him. We stole a late goal here. Jack McKinley getting the goal for us. Matias Ramirez also getting a goal. He has been a real influence since he came to the club, the Chilean, on loan from Granada, from Liga BBVA. And yeah, he's just been a fantastic striker for us this year. Anyway, let's get into the next game, and that was actually a 4-1 defeat at home against Philadelphia Union. In this game, they were the better team for long spells. We actually got a goal to make it 2-1 shortly into the second half, and I thought the comeback was going to be on. You'll see here, Frank Lampard getting subbed off. Really just been terrible for us, if I'm honest. David Villa, as well, has failed to impress me early on, I guess, in our days here at New York City FC. But of course, we knew that was going to be a problem. Perhaps we have these 2 designated players who are in their late 30s, early 40s. In reality, I want to get rid of them as soon as possible. At the end of the year, their contracts are up, and we're going to be able to bring in, hopefully, 2 big household names to replace them. But at the moment, they kind of act as dead weight that we're carrying around. So anyway, after 3 games, we'd had 2 defeats and 1 draw, and I started thinking about perhaps changing from the 3-4-1-2, particularly after that 4-1 defeat. Wasn't really convinced it was working for us. You'll see in this game against DC United, we got a pretty good draw away from home. It was disappointing to go 2 goals ahead. However, DC United late on in the game really had a resurgence. They started performing very, very well. I was a little bit nervous, to say the least, and in the end they fought back, and we were perhaps a little bit lucky just to get the 2-2 draw, to be honest. We then followed up with a draw against Toronto, one of the stronger MLS teams, and this was a pretty good performance. We had less possession, but we did have more shots. David Villa getting a rare goal here, you'll see. He has scored 1 goal for us in 5 games and 4 appearances off the bench, which, to be frank, is just simply not good enough from a designated player. So anyway, after this Toronto FC game, I started experimenting. I actually ended up going back to the Waitakere 4-2-3-1, somewhere around these results. I decided the 3 at the back, it's a bit of an experiment, not really working. Let's go to something we know. And we had a tough run of away results. We started off with a game against Columbus Crew. Good 2-1 win here. Matias Ramirez getting 2 important goals. A little bit of a smash and grab perhaps, but we will take the win nevertheless. We then followed up with a 4-3 win against Montreal Impact. Honestly, this game was absolutely horrible. We conceded early on, and I was kind of thinking, oh gosh, here we go again. And then we scored 4 goals in the first half to go 4-1 up. And at half-time, I give that praising team talk, perhaps get a little bit complacent. And in the second half, they start a fight back. Now, fortunately for us, Montreal did get 2 goals back. They couldn't get that 4th goal for the equaliser. In the end, actually, their 3rd goal came in the 93rd minute. But there were spells in this game, certainly in the second half, where they had chances where I really did think we weren't going to hold on. Anyway, the next game was against Orlando City, one of the newer franchises in MLS, of course, with ourselves. And we lost this game 2-1. 2-0. I feel a little bit like we got FM'd in this game, if I'm honest. We had a lot more clear-cut chances. The opportunities came our way. You can see Frank Lampard condition struggling. He's just not very good. Old age his legs have gone. And in the end, we lost this game. It was a little bit disappointing, but you know what? We're going to look onwards and upwards. The last result we got was actually against New England Revolution. You can see here the Revs. They only had one shot on target. We had 5. Michael Morris. Hold the phone. Michael Morris. Why is he there, Jack? Well. He's back. Michael Morris, the man, the myth, the legend. We've actually loaned him from PAOK, who, of course, we sold him to when we were at Waitakere, and he's going to be playing for us. And this was his debut, and he had a great debut, a 7.6 rating. Can't complain about that one little bit. An assist to his name as well, made an immediate impact here. The Waitakere legend. Hopefully, he can have as big an impact here as he had when we were in New Zealand. So that was a good result. Matias Ramirez again getting the goal. He is our league top goal scorer. In terms of the squad, well, as I mentioned, Michael Morris comes into the side. He's looking like he's going to be one of our better players, if I'm honest. I'm excited to see how he gets on, the young player. He did a great job for us in New Zealand for that 1 year. Helped us win a Champions League, obviously. We then sold him on. He's failed to make his impact in Greece. He's come to us after having a year, I believe, at Portland Timbers. It was indeed 33 appearances there. And I'm excited to have him here. Anyway, looking at the transfer history, I think that was the only bit of business we did. It was indeed. That's the only transfer we've made since the last episode. He only came in, about a week ago, had an immediate impact 2 days into his time at the club. So anyway, our form's been a little bit mixed. As I mentioned, we have switched to the 4-2-3-1 at the moment, the Waitakere formation. It's a nice tactic. It kind of works for us. Of course, we've got quite a few transfers coming in and out in the near future. We've got a few players here. Javi Munoz is joining us from Real Madrid, which is a really good transfer. We've also got Rabiot, who of course is going to become our 3rd designated player until the end of the year. 24 years old, this guy. Fantastic player. Can't believe we've managed to lure him away from PSG. We have Sandro joining us from QPR, the 30-year-old Brazilian, fantastic rock in the midfield. And we've also got Yambere, who I believe is a Central African Republic centre-back, joining us from Bordeaux Reserve. So I'm pretty happy with those transfers. I'm kind of going through them as much to refresh me as you guys. If we look at our league kind of table position, we're actually not doing too bad. We're 5th in our kind of, I guess, is this conference? This is the conference, isn't it? Because we're in the Eastern Conference. That's right, I hope. Is that right? Yeah, it is. It's the East. I'm doubting myself here. I know more about MLS than I care to admit. So we are in 5th here. We've actually played 9, won 3, drawn 3, lost 3. Pretty much the definition of average. Goal difference is a little bit lacking. Looking at our conference here, we actually have a few games in hand. Philadelphia Union at the top of the table really have pulled away early on, although you can see they have played 2 more games over us. Even if we were to win our 2 games, however, we'd still be 6 points behind. In terms of the stat kind of holders here, Bagnac leading the way on yellow cards for us. Fantastic to see us have a player in there. Just a shame that on the player stats, the only player really making a mark is a player for yellow cards. MNEK is actually playing for Seattle Sounders, a fantastic striker for them to pick up. A little bit envious, if I'm honest. I'd also notice Giovinco here, still playing for Toronto, the 32-year-old Italian. So I can't wait to get some better designated players, if I'm honest. I kind of look at our squad quite resentfully. We have players like Frank Lampard, David Villa. They're not good enough, and their fitness is lacking because they're old, and it's just a problem. It's just a problem all the way around. I know it says 20 natural fitness, but when you have 2 acceleration and 3 pace, I mean, you're limited in the roles you can actually fulfill as a centre midfielder, I'm afraid, Frank Lampard. And the same with Villa. I mean, a striker with 5 pace, 6 acceleration, it doesn't matter how great he is. He's just not going to create that many, that many opportunities. And with 6 stamina and 11 natural fitness, I mean, he's going to contribute little to nothing. In terms of the France job, I honestly can't remember if we've had any games because it's been that long since I last recorded an episode. We haven't. We have got the Euros coming up this summer, and that's only in, 2 months' time. So that's going to be something to look forward to. That'll probably be when we do the next live com, unless there's a bigger kind of New York game that's coming our way soon. I can't see any. If people want to let me know, games you'd like to see, feel free to. I know I have quite a lot of American viewers, and it'd be cool if we could do some of the teams that are kind of most supported. So if you see your team mentioned in the comments, you want to see me live come against them, leave it kind of a thumbs up. The other thing I would like to say is someone actually posted my last episode in the New York City FC subreddit. So if you've come via there, I do appreciate it. Welcome. Or if you've just kind of stumbled here because you're a New York City fan, again, welcome. Hopefully you enjoy this, even if you've never played Football Manager before. I'm still learning MLS rules, as I mentioned last episode, guys. So if you have any kind of tips, any suggestions, anything like that, leave them down in the comments. I'm going to be recording these episodes as they go up. It's not going to be something where I build up a backlog like some of my other series, and so your kind of interaction in the chat really can have an impact. And actually, last episode, the kind of overall response was quite overwhelming. I didn't expect people to be on board perhaps with this save as much as they are. It's always a bit of a risk going into a division you've never managed in before, but also a league that, I don't know, I feel like the MLS has a little bit of a stigma around it, but it seems like a lot of people are willing to give it a chance, and I am grateful for that, and hopefully it's going to add a bit more to this series. Anyway, for today's game, we are going to go with Brad Guzan in goal, left back Rojas, 19-year-old left back regen from our academy. Centre back we have Jefferson Mena, and then I believe it's Donnell answers on a postcard. We have Brovsky at right back. I love his moustache. I want that moustache. If I could grow a moustache that good, I'd be a very happy man. In the centre of midfield, we've got Lampard and Mix. Of course, Mix is leaving us. We sold him for a pretty hefty fee, if I'm honest. I'm kind of happy with the amount of money we got. So he's on his way out. We have got replacements coming in, though, of course. We've got Sandro and also, I can't remember the lad from Real Madrid, Castilla now, but we've got him coming in too. Left mid, we have Stefani, who is on loan from Manchester City. Right mid, we have Fernando. In the centre attacking mid spot, Mikey Morris making his debut today. Hopefully he can have an impact. And then, of course, at striker, we have Matias Ramirez, club top goal scorer this year. 5 goals at the moment in 9 league starts. Hopefully he can have an equally kind of, I guess, important impact today. On the bench, we've got Cesar Leon, Lowe, Poku, McInnery, George. I'm calling you George. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to attempt that last name. McNamara and David Villa. So we'll see how we get on today. Obviously, we're taking on New York Red Bulls. They're a team who are actually bottom of the conference, really struggling. Part of me didn't want to livecon this game because if we win, it's a bit boring. But at the same time, it's a derby. You know, they're going to want to win it. As bad as form might be, I feel like these are the kind of games which certainly in real life you see perhaps the most upsets. You see in these local derbies, teams just seem to be able to pull a performance out that they can't against any other team. I'm going to be looking today towards number 18, Mikey Morris, to have the impact for us. The kind of New Zealand football icon. Can he have the impact that I want him to have? I'm delighted we got him in on loan. I'm kind of surprised that he's not made an impact in Greece, but I'm not going to complain about that. We're going to look to take advantage of that. And of course, just a reminder, I'm going to be trying to sign perhaps some more players from Waitakere as this save progresses. But anyway, we're on the attack here. Fernando Ramirez, can he bang it in? He can. Near post finish for him. We take a 1-0 lead here. Matias Ramirez takes just 3 minutes to make an impact in this game, getting his 6th goal of the season. And that was a nice little counter-attack. It came from a free kick for New York Red Bulls. They committed a lot of men up, if we're honest, but we broke away with pace. That is one thing that we do certainly have in abundance, is just fast players. And, you've seen it right there. Ramirez, Fernando, nice little 1-2 there. Space, near post, just squeezes in. Keeper's positioning is questionable. Defending was non-existent. And it's 1-0 here. And, couldn't ask for a better start, really, could we? So, yeah, good start. More of the same, hopefully. As I mentioned, our form has picked up a little bit, but when we started, I was trying this 3 at the back formation. It just hasn't worked, and I've not got time, I don't feel like, to really fiddle with a tactic this year. I need to make sure I don't get sacked. I need to ensure that top half kind of conference finish that the board crave. If we could get to the playoffs, that would be pretty decent. I was actually looking at the methods of qualification for the American Champions League. I believe, and people can kind of correct me if I'm wrong, the winner of the US Open Cup gets a spot. The 2 teams who finish top of the kind of each conference get a spot, and the winners of the Supporter Shields get a spot. That might be wrong. If someone wants to correct me, feel free to. We're on the defence here, though. We need to stop New York Red Bulls getting a chance. Gardner there. Fantastic save by Brad Guzan. Mikey Morris going to pick it up. Now can we break? Ramirez is fast, but that was a clear-cut chance their way. Ramirez, options in the middle. Tries to get it into Mix. Cleared away, but Mena will collect. That's probably going to be all she wrote, although Frankie Lampard giving the ball away there in the midfield. That is slightly concerning to see. He's not the kind of player who, if he makes a mistake, he's going to be able to kind of catch up with play and kind of make amends. And it's kind of a bit of a problem, that. I'm going to be honest, not a Frank Lampard fan in this save. I feel like I'm carrying dead weight with him, but at the same time, he's got the quality that he's worth playing. Although that looked offside. Kim has just scored. Chris Kim, 2nd goal of the year. Nice assist, to be honest. The ball into the box was pretty nice. But that did look offside. I almost want to pause it at the moment it gets kicked. Okay, he is onside. I'll give him that. Who is it? Daniel Henry. Henry, what are you doing, son? You don't even stick out a leg. Shocking defending. Kim finds the back of the net. Brad Guzan, absolutely no chance here. Henry has been quite injury prone today. Thank you for that, assistant. Didn't notice that myself. It's like we're on the same wavelength. Me and my assistant, you know, we have like this telepathic relationship. Anyway, looking at the stats here, to be honest, New York Red Bulls have probably been the better team. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. That was absolutely appalling. I do feel like New York Red Bulls are underperforming in the league, if I'm honest. I'd expect them to be a little bit higher than they are. But at the same time, that is no kind of reason or excuse for us not winning this game and not kind of really, you know, showing them who's boss here. Although they're on the ball again here. Kim, the goal scorer this time, with it going out wide to Felipe. Where is the defence? Where is the options? And Guzan can only parry it into the side net, and that was a shocking piece of goalkeeping, shocking piece of defending. Joe Gardner grabbing the goal there, and Gardner is going to be absolutely loving that. I'm not loving it. The ball through there, Gardner with the shot. I mean, it's deflected once, I think, off the defender, and then it's deflected off Guzan. I mean, questionable defending, I think it's fair to say right there. But it's still 2-1 here, you know, still time. And we are on the attack, actually. Brovsky, Fernando, options in the middle, my son. Brovsky whips it in. Stefani scores. The Manchester City loanee, third goal of the season for him. The left winger, not renowned for his ability in the air, not renowned for his ability in the box. But when the cross found its way to him here from Brovsky, he was there for the finish. A nice little header. Interesting jumping technique there, but keeper has absolutely no chance. We get straight back into this game, and with an hour gone on the clock, we have another chance. Fernando, back post. Henry hits it. It's gone in. I think it's going to go down as an own goal. It isn't. Henry makes up for his mistake. I always believed in you. Makes it 3-2 here, and this is an absolute cracker of a New York derby. We are, of course, at the Red Bull Arena, as I believe it's called. Henry leaps like an absolute salmon. He's jumping backwards. He has to get all the power himself, and the keeper, well, he can only parry it into the side net, and the player on the post not doing his job. And with 25 minutes left, we get our noses ahead, although we do need to defend it. Kim, options in the middle. Headed, hits the crossbar. Lampard will clear. Mike Morris going to kick it out into touch. Do I want to make any subs? Do I? That is the question. I don't think I do yet. I think we're going to wait until the 70th minute. Maybe that's going to be a mistake I live to regret. Maybe we should be getting fresh legs on Kim. Goal scorer number 1 for New York City. Bringing the ball forward, or New York Red Bulls even. That's awkward. Right, can we defend him? My voice is starting to go. Please don't go Jack's voice. Please don't. Oh gosh, Guzan, what a save, my son. Ball goes wide. Kim, absolutely no chance there. Right, let's make some changes. Where are we struggling? Frank Lampard, 63% condition. Not great for him. We're going to bring on McNamara, I think. That is going to be the first change we do. I might also change something out wide. Mike Morris, he's been a bit absent today, Mike. Want more from you, son. Jefferson Mena's struggling. I don't normally like to change kind of the centre-back setup, but I think I am going to bring on Damian Lowe here for Mena, just to get some fresh legs on, and hopefully someone who can share us up at the back, because, well, simply put, Mena has not had the best game, the Colombian. But anyway, 15 minutes left here. I will take 3-2 at this point, but with time ticking away, we're on the attack. Fernando whips in, headed away, but only as far as Fernando. Second ball, can he get into the box? He can't, but Brovsky whips it in, already 1 assist. Back to Fernando, back post, Stefani's there. Goal number 2 for him. It's 4-2. And we are about to win this game against our local derbies. It's going to be a bit of a smash and grab, if I'm honest. They've had a few more shots, but we have created the opportunities which have made a difference here. And for that reason alone, we deserve to be ahead in this game. Fantastic performance so far. Now let's just shut up shop. And looking at the time, it's ticking away. That is going to be all she wrote. A fantastic 4-2 away from home win. Perhaps the performance to go with it, a little bit underwhelming, but I will take 3 points at the end of the day. A fantastic performance right there. Very happy with that. Stefani, 2 goals to his name. Of course, on loan to us from Manchester City. A player who, to be honest, I'd love to get on a long-term deal if possible. I don't know if that is going to be possible. But I mean, after that kind of performance, I think he's the kind of player who it's safe to say we'd like to keep hold of if we can for as long as possible. 18 years old, Italian. What an impact he had out on the wing there. He only has 8 heading and 8 jumping reach, but that didn't matter for him. He was able to rise above the pack and get 2 important goals for us in that 4-2 win. So where does that result see us? I believe that we do now leapfrog Orlando City. We do indeed. We do have a game in hand, which if we were to win, would see us go behind the Revs, who are in second, into third place. Of course, we beat New England Revolution 1-0 previously, so we've already done the once over on them. We, of course, also drew with Toronto, so we have played a few of the trickier teams. We have got Philadelphia Union coming up in kind of mid-June. I might do that game, or I might do the Open Cup game. I'm also conscious that following that Philadelphia Union game, it's actually the France kind of Euro competition. So I guess we'll be doing maybe one more MLS episode, and then it'll be focusing on national football over the summer. And then we'll come back, of course, and hopefully have a good second half to the season with a few new signings joining us in the summer. But anyway, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. As I mentioned at the start, let me know what you make of the audio quality. Also, of course, go check out all the other content that's been coming your way over the weekend. If you're new here, subscribe. If you have enjoyed this video, smash the button, the like button. Lets me know you're enjoying this series. Encourages me to make more of the videos that you guys like the most. And other than that, it is me, Jack. Thank you so much for watching, as I already said. And hopefully, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.